Hi guys, Kathleen here. I know it's been a while since I've updated you on just what's going on in our family. So, end of summer here, I thought it was the perfect time to give you that update. This is the second summer that I've had Steven enrolled in swimming lessons from my local YMCA. And so I thought it was the perfect time to get a full pass for the summer for our local pool, outdoor pool. So you can probably tell by the tan I've got that we've been spending a lot of time in that outdoor pool. My daughter Thea, who at first was cautious around the water, not really sure she wanted to get in, is now obsessed with the pool, begging to go to the pool every single day. So I call that a big win. And Stephen, who is still gaining confidence with swimming and being able to float and all that jazz, has been hanging out with a friend and watching other people at the pool, figuring out essentially for himself how to swim. Um, so yeah, he's been having a ton of fun with that. Also, as a family, we had a couple firsts around the 4th of July this summer. My kids had never seen an orchestra live in person. So we have the symphony in our area that does free public concerts during the summer, and we found one that has a fireworks show afterwards. So the kids not only got to see a full classical symphony playing live, but they also got to experience the fireworks show. Now, both my kids are very sensitive to sound as well as I am, so we were sure to bring the earphones, earmuffs for the fireworks afterwards. But these also came in handy beforehand because when the symphony wasn't playing, they were blasting music from the speakers. The kids had fun. My daughter was talking for days about the fireworks and how loud they were and how beautiful they were and how she wanted to see more. So I'm glad we got to take advantage of that. The summer has been really hot, so we've been spending a lot of time indoors. Stephen has been doing a lot of work on Legos. My husband found a Lego app that he downloaded to Stephen's tablet, the family tablet, but Stephen's the only one that really uses it now. And the app has basically all of the Lego instructions in the universe on there. So they have a secondary app that they can pull up a piece of Lego and find out what set it belongs to. And a few years ago at a garage sale, I got giant bags of Legos for dirt cheap. 20 bucks for like these giant bins. So the guys have been having a lot of fun scanning the Lego pieces into the Lego app and finding which set they're part of and then building that set. So Steven's been doing a lot of that this summer, and so he'll build Legos and listen to an audiobook. He also has been doing other art projects like perler beads. He is addicted to these, so sometimes he does these in the afternoon. But I have a 2.5-year-old, and she has been causing problems because she wants to get into her brother's Legos. And she doesn't put any of the Lego pieces in her mouth. She hasn't really since she was like 13 months old, not put anything in her mouth. But I don't want her playing with the Legos until she's 3 because she'll be more mature and know how to appropriately handle them better and not destroy her brother's constructions. So, because I'm seeing how excited she is to play with things similar to her brother, I had to pull out an old kit from Timberdoodle. This came in the Timberdoodle preschool kit, and I've got a review out on that. You can go look it up. But Think Play is kind of Duplos on steroids. So they have the classic blocks like this that are straight sides with stacking capabilities. But then they have blocks like this where you can build out on the sides. And then there's triangular pieces in this kit where you can also build out on the sides. So you can make some really fun creations. Now the kit is designed for 2.5-year-olds for this first section here. And the instructions are fairly easy to follow. I'm teaching my daughter how to do it. She can almost get it by herself. I'm guiding her a little bit. And then the later sections, it gets harder, so they say ages 4 and up for this later section here. I was a bit surprised that she was capable of doing this, and was I was cleaning out my cupboards down here, getting ready for school, and brought out my old Bambino Lux, which again came from a Timberdoodle kit. They have a whole lot of great hands-on learning stuff if you've not figured that out yet. But Bambino Lux is logic type activity using this controller here, ages 3, 4, and 5. She blew through this level 2 days ago, mostly by herself. I showed her how to do it and then she just took off. So at this point, I'm asking myself, am I missing the signals that my daughter is gifted, or is she just bright and doesn't have the gifted mind? I don't know. I do know that I have fallen into the trap of spending a whole lot of time and energy with Steven, and she tags along, and not giving her dedicated time to build out skills. I mean, I'm doing the basic shapes and colors and singing and reading with her, but I haven't intentionally challenged her on anything or tried to stretch her on anything. And part of that is because of her personality. She is an independent woman. I'm dreading the teenage years with her. So I'm still training her to say, no, mommy showed you first, and then you can try it. That's been a hurdle, and she's getting better at that. So I think we can finally get to the stage of me teaching her, demonstrating, and then she can give it a try, and I'm totally hands off. So we'll see. I'm going to be more intentional about seeing what my daughter's capable of. And I know every gifted kid is different. So if she is gifted, she's going to look different than her brother. I already know she is not mathematically and spatially as adept and aware as Steven is. My guess is her brain would tend more to vocab, because of the words I'm hearing out of her mouth and how fast she's learning her ABCs currently. But I'll keep you guys updated on what I discover with that. I'm not ready to say anything definitively yet. We have also been doing summer school still, and for summer school I had something new we added, which was Zoology 1 and 2. Both of these, again, were a hit from Apologia. Great job. I love your material. Steven would listen to these at lunchtime and then, depending on the day, into the afternoon, and he would just turn it off whenever he was done. We just finished up Zoology 2 this week, and he asked me to bring back out his astronomy book. So he's been listening to that at lunchtime as well. Now, I did build my own activity box here. Yes, I know there's a pre-made kit I could buy out there from a company, but I checked the prices on that. For the amount of activities we are doing, it was not worth the price for us, because the kit does not come with the butterfly garden. It does not come with the owl palette, both of which we still have to do. It does not come with the ant farm or any of the actual cool stuff. Most of that kit is art supplies like the clay or tissue paper or pipe cleaners or googly eyes or styrofoam balls. So it was not worth it to us since I already had all that stuff on hand. So I just had Steven help me gather it all, throw it in the box, so we can just pull out what we need every time we go to do an activity. One other thing that you'll notice I don't have from the Apologia company is the notebooking journal. That's because to me it looks like busy work, but we are doing notebooking. I have just a regular composition book here, and I assist Steven with writing down our experiment, setting it up. So here I had him draw a picture of what we were doing. This one was all about air pressure. And then I had him narrate to me what he expected to happen, and then narrate to me the results. And I document it for him in here. So that's the easy introduction to the scientific process and record keeping. We also are continuing with math, which is Right Start Math Level B. This I had to heavily modify. I talked about that a little bit in my curriculum picks video for kindergarten. We are switching from Right Start to Beast Academy this fall. It is the middle of July now, and we are about to finish the test, the last assessment tomorrow, I think is what I have planned. We may split it into 2 days, so we may go into Saturday to finish this out, but we're about done with this. It is a good program, but there are reasons I'm switching, so check out the curriculum picks video if you want to know more about that. And All About Reading, we are again about done. We'll probably finish in the next 2 to 3 days, all the rules in here. And you guys were right about all about reading. I'll leave you on a cliffhanger about exactly what you were right about. I have a video planned coming out about that as well. I mentioned Stephen is really into the Boxcar Children this summer for audiobooks, so he's been blazing through that. But we've had a ton of more book fun. We've just finished the Mercy Watson series, listening to that, and my daughter loved that. We've listened to a few other fiction books, which the kids have really enjoyed. How to Train Your Dragon, which there's disclosures with that, so pre-read that first before you let your kids listen to that, as well as The Sign of the Beaver, which again, there's disclosures to that, so pre-read that before you read that with your kids. But Stephen loved both of those, and my daughter really loved How to Train Your Dragon. I don't know why. She loves anything with dragons. But for actual books, Stephen pulled this one off the library shelf and has been loving it. David Macaulay, if you are not familiar with him, he writes a whole bunch of architectural and engineering type books, basically explaining how they work and telling a story along with it typically. So I would classify him as a living literature for engineering. This book here is all about ships and the invention of the steam engine and then the application of that to ships and the development of the steamship and then finally details on building the steamship, the United States. And then eventually we get to this great diagram here, which is always fun. Complete cross-section, and it keeps going on out, of complete cross-section of the ship. And then the author, David Macaulay, actually took a ride on this ship with his family. So that is the last portion of the book here. Stephen's been loving all the details in here, particularly on how the steamship, the steam engine developed. So that's what's been going on in our family this summer. I know I don't make enough of these videos to give you guys an insight into our lives. So I'm going to try to be better about that. If you've enjoyed the video, be sure to bump that like button and let me know it.